willingness to help the youth, help the poor, and elevate people from where they start from and put them in a pedestal they never believed to be. You have been a man of great value. Your character speaks for you. That's how we speak it. That is why we are here this night to commemorate with you and share from your joy. Like my Secretary General has said, this gift is not born out of a selfish interest. It was highly contested. Highly contested in the sense that people has to vent their mind and say what they believe in. And fortunately for us that believe in you, you were able to acquire and achieve this purpose that we are here today. Comrade Governor, your antecedents speak for themselves. And from a community where by now we push, even as you trek, you are stuck on the road because you know so many ideas. But you taught Edo State entirely how governance can be administered to the people in the grassroots. It's not about sitting in the office and doing all you feel like doing and you are not touching the life of other persons. Irama, we are highly grateful. And based on your antecedents and your performance as a governor, and as somebody who is progressing in greatness, we believe in you, just like my colleague has said. As you make progress. Whatever you set to do, you shall get to that level and even beyond that. And as a result of that, and the collective ideas of all of us, even those that are not present here, we had to get these gifts for you. My target is as an eagle. Because eagle, by definition, is a powerful bird among all birds. And you represent an eagle in a way. It's a couple and the entire Edo State. Even as you are dressed, you are standing as an eagle. Because the feather of eagle is a strength of power and a strength of grace. Wherever you shall fly to, you will find favor in every aspect of your life. And by that joy, I will call on the president to open all these gifts and formally present it to you. On behalf of Great Club, initiative, I present this award to you, sir. So very much. On behalf of the club, there's another brothers and friends, leaders of Afemai Empowerment Initiative, as represented by yourselves here and many others who are not here. I was almost moved to tears when I listened to you recounting some of the things you observed, some of which I have even forgotten. Let me start by first and foremost saying thank you for the honor. I'm humbled for this very beautiful award and your description of the eagle. People don't believe I can be shy. Tonight I am sort of wet. Because when I was told that you wanted to see me, you are coming from different part of the country, you are coming home to see me, and you, if possible, you could stay until after the election. I was like, I have no idea who you are and what exactly you are doing. I have to ask you to give me some tips
moment before you arrived. So I thank you for considering me worthy of your honor and presenting this award to me. And I accept it. And I thank God for making it possible for me and giving me the wisdom and the direction and even the opportunity to do any of those things, or indeed all of those things that you have seen that influence your decision. And may God continue to use you to touch the life of those who need help. And the number, unfortunately, is increasing because of inappropriate policies of government. I have been in government, so I now can say, with the benefit of hindsight, that what government does or fails to do can pauperize or improve on the quality of life of citizens. Unfortunately, it is citizens in a democracy that confer power, that delegate their sovereignty to some persons in government. And thereafter, the same instrument is used against them. I have learned all my life, I would say, supporting the poor, not in the manner that you are doing. In your own case, you give it back to society, God has blessed you. Not that you are billionaires, but whatever it is that you are worth, you believe that you can afford to spare something out of whatever you have. Part with it so that you can put a smile on those who really need help. And some of those people, what you give them can make a difference between dying and living. So I do understand. In my own case, I found myself by circumstances being involved in struggle for fairness and justice at the age of 17, because I was confronted with the, what I might call, people only talk about government and oppression, but I was a victim of oppression by capital. By this I mean by employers who hire and fire, pay wages, do those things that are in clear breach of the provisions of the law. I was even denied employment on account of my size, as if I went to the supermarket to pick my size. And I said, how could people reason this way? I thought, looking at me, the way I looked then, when I was 17, 18, I should attract pity. Instead, it was hostility for being who I am. It's not that I didn't want to look better, but it is the material condition under which I was born, raised, struggled, go to the north where I know no one, and now become more or less an orphan because I live in an environment I couldn't speak to my parents. So I saw abuse of power, and somehow that motivated me to resolve that I will spend the rest of my life fighting for justice and fairness. And from some of your statements, I realize you are really familiar with various parts of Afemai land, and you are in touch with people in schools. And really, for you and I, we can easily underestimate the value of an exercise book of 20 pages to a student or a primary school pupil, the son of a typical farmer, or sometimes the son or daughter of a single mother in the rural communities. So, what more can I say? Just to say that my experience in NSC was that when each time I succeeded, when we organized those strikes, and we are able to bend the hand of a former military head of state, a 5 or 4-star general, who saw himself as commander, and that is emphasized when you go to the villa, they write CMC during the military era. And the man became our president and wanted to rule us as if he's still a military ruler. I found myself having to provide alternative platform to engage him and to civilianize him and democratize him, because this democracy didn't come on a platter of gold. And I went through all of that only to find myself ending up in government. So I was always conscious that those things I saw, those abuses, those misallocations, government embarking on White Elephant project that have no bearing on the quality of life of the ordinary person. I was conscious of those, and that was why when I had the opportunity to superintend over the affairs of Edo State, I consciously choose the most marginalized and abandoned part of our state. Not only in Afemai, but also in Edo Central and in Edo South. Because I come from a village. But I didn't think I'm inferior to those who are born in the city. And so I came to the conclusion that in seeking to reconnect and reintegrate the rural communities with the urban areas, we will build roads that are as solid as you will find in urban cities. And that is why if you travel past through those roads, 10 years after they were constructed, they are still as if they were done yesterday. And I feel happy about that. So I thank you for your support. I thank you for this honor. I thank you for accepting yourself from different part of the country where you are doing your businesses to come home to present this award to me. For me, it's a challenge to sustain the impression and to sustain the reputation that God has used me to build. This award, and I promise you, I will not let you down. I will not let you down. May God bless you. May God reward you. Everything you've done, every naira you have spent in your pocket to support those children, those single mothers, those orphans, those widows, may God multiply it million folds in your pocket. Amen. I'm not talking like a pastor here, but I know that you can't be wrong by sparing what you have to put smile on the face of someone who is starving. This is what you are doing. May God enrich you, enrich your conscience, enrich your pocket, and may you continue to be an example of young men who recognize that although God accepts them, they are satisfied, but they also want more people to be bailed out of poverty. May God uphold you and bless you. In Jesus' mighty name. Amen.